Day 4 action kicking off here at the Adelaide Oval. Australia, none for 117. Still trailing the English by a fair bit, I think, if I can recall correctly. Anyway, England in a commanding position. Yeah, they're still 117 runs ahead of Australia at this point. Aussies none for 125. Warner and Harris both making half centuries late on day 3. And obviously massive day in the context of this test match. Will it set up an epic final day, or will England be able to win today if they knock Australia over cheaply or without letting them get the lead? All of a sudden England can press on here and win the test match today and go 2-0 up in our series, because of course they did win that opening test. That's quite close for David Warner. Oh, just a little bit of bat onto the body. We'll pick up a single. Yeah, Australia move to reduce that lead under 100. Now away again through the onside. Just a little too straight round the wicket there by Anderson. Warner gets the boundary. Lovely pictures here from the rover. Well, that's away again. It's square enough. Fine leg can't get to it. And it's 4. And away again. Lovely shot that from Marcus Harris. Just cutting it fine through the offside. Just backward of point. And again, Harris through the covers. Moves himself into the 70s. And this lead dwindling from an English point of view. It's been a pretty slow going session though from Australia. We're closing in on sort of finishing it up. None for 178 off 63 overs, Australia. So they are going it underneath 3 runs per over. That will be the end of the first session. And Australia only scoring the 59 runs across the 29 overs there. So just about 2 runs per over in that opening session. Oh, and there's the intent. Immediately in the middle session of the day, Australia looking to press on here. Warner absolutely dispatching that ball down the ground. Oh, there's a top edge here. It hasn't flown. And it's carried to Joss Buttler. He's able to take the catch. It's Wokes with the initial breakthrough in this Australian innings. It's taken almost 60 overs, or just over 60 overs, to get it. It's Warner out for 89. Australia 1 for 184. Oh, now Harris goes. The very next over, trying to drive through the offside. Just got it a little bit on the up, half volley. And it's caught by Hamid at short cover. So now Australia's stand-in skipper Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne out in the middle. Australia still 54 runs behind. Obviously needing to press on to set a target for England in their 4th and final innings. Well, in the 4th innings of the game. Here's a good boundary. Just too full there from Stokes. And away to the onside. So Smith off the mark. Won't quite reach the boundary. He'll pick up a couple. Lead now down to 44. Unless they picked up only 2 there. Lead down to 45. Another boundary that. Labuschagne strong in that region. Just couldn't quite save it on the fence. And they've both looked good, these two. Labuschagne especially, 17 from 21. Going at a strike rate of almost 100 at this point. Steve Smith a little bit more patient in his innings. This time through the covers from Marnus. Should be another boundary. Or will it carry? No, not quite. Fielder does well to stop it. Just a couple in the end. Oh, that's pulled away. Almost a cow corner from Smith. Finds the boundary. And Labuschagne continues. Oh, top edge. Little bit of luck for Marnus. The lead down to 10 from an English point of view. And even Steve Smith is getting some runs here. So Australia with that boundary will force England to bat again. They've taken the lead and now it's what will the target be? How much can Australia set? How much can England chase? And how much time will be left in the game for 10 wickets to be taken if required? There's Marnus Labuschagne's 50. 9 boundaries in, he's 55, striking at 96.4. Looked very comfortable on this wicket. Steve Smith at the other end, 19 from 62, going a lot slower. So, very contrasting innings between these two. Highly skilled players. And that's away again. Should be a couple more. But this has been a good session from Australia. They've lost a couple of wickets, but the run rate's picked up. They've got the lead back. There's the wicket, though. Steve Smith. Just a bottom edge, and he's chopped it on. It's Robinson this time who gets the breakthrough. Just trying to heave it onto the onside. It's smashed into the bottom of his bat and opened up the stumps, and Steve Smith out of there. Travis Head joining Marnus Labuschagne out in the middle. You know, he's a pretty attacking player as well. So we'll see if the run rate really increases. Oh, that's lovely. Very nice from Trav Head. We've also seen the new ball not been super effective for England here. They did get the wicket of Steve Smith. It's now 10 overs old, this new rock, 11 overs old. And the Aussies are now settled a bit more, finding runs where they hadn't before. I was going to try and continue that rhyme. I don't think it would have worked. Jimmy Anderson to bowl the last ball of the session. And Marnus sees it out. So Australia lead by 40 runs as we head into the final evening session on day 4. It's a huge one for this game and for the series. If Australia lose some quick wickets here, all of a sudden, England are back in the box seat, knowing that they won't have a massive chase ahead of them. But if Australia can get through relatively unscathed, well, and they have a chance to set up the game for a final epic day. Australia leading it by 40 runs as we head into this final session here on day 4. Anderson to continue. Bit of bat in there. A little bit uppish, a little bit of luck. And that's whipped. It's very wristy from Travis Head. Lead above 50. And again through mid-wicket. Loves that area. It's one of his favourite scoring zones. Oh, I've just smashed my chair into the wall. That would have been devastating. England will be thinking, where are they going to break this partnership? And they're also probably thinking as well, if this is still a pretty good batting wicket, we can comfortably chase whatever the Aussies throw at us. Oh, playing a miss. Oh, lovely shot that from Travis Head. Straight over mid-on. Lead up to 98. And again, another boundary will push the lead above 100 runs. So Australia 3 for 344. It's taken them a while to get there. There's the edge and taken. Butler again in the game. It's Ben Stokes who picks up his second. Just finding the edge. Butler with a good diving catch to his left. Travis Head out for 48. Australia 4 for 345. Oh, well played, Labuschagne. Moves into the 50s. No, the 50s, the 90s. And away again. Onto the onside. That'll be another boundary. He'll be on to 95. We've only got a couple of overs left today. Can he get there to that 3-figure score before the end of the day's play? Cam Green at the other end. Also just ticking along. 9 from 22. 9 from 32, sorry. Another boundary here for the Australians. So they look to get through the night. Labuschagne, oh, he's almost played it onto his stumps. Now working that away to the offside, a tight single. They'll get home. 2 balls to come. No, it's not. It's actually the final ball of the day. And Cameron Green will leave that through to the keeper. Australia lead it by 136 runs at the end of day 4 and sets up what should be a brilliant final day of Test cricket. Labuschagne, 97 not out, joins Cameron Green, 13 not out, as Australia will resume their innings for the final day of play. Stokes has a couple. Wokes and Robinson with 1 wicket each. Australia 4 for 378. There's the bowling figures for England. The lack of spinner probably hurting them late in this game, especially in this innings. The Aussie players really just been able to take advantage of those seamers for the English. But as we said, we head into the final day's play. Australia leading by 136 runs. What's the target they're going to set? Can England chase it down? We'll find out all of that in a premiere video tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.